Fan
Q&A.
questions.
Bring it on. I want to hear it, man.
All right. Edgar Berlanga, what is his ceiling? What do you think after his last fight where he finally didn't knock somebody out in 5 seconds?
Fuck, man. Again, I feel like it sounds like
Don't you
I'm always
start
shitting
hating.
on
Don't
him,
you start
man.
hating. We know it's coming.
His ceiling is the first floor, man.
Oh.
It's the first. I just don't see it. I don't see it, man. And Berlinga, my dude, I am not hating on you at all. I want you to prove me wrong. If I ever meet you, please don't be upset with me. I don't mean this in any negative way, man. I don't see it, man. I don't see it, man. And I want you to prove me wrong.
I think his ceiling is very high.
What's that? Give me a floor.
I think he can be world champion at 168. Can he be the king of that division? Don't know yet. Do I think he can win a belt at 168? Absolutely.
Are him and Canelo talking about meeting up?
He wants him. Not yet, but he wants him. He's talked about fighting Canelo. It's big. Obviously, big box office, Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got a couple more hurdles to conquer first. I think if I was his manager, I'm looking at Gabriel Rosado or David Lemieux next.
Yep. Oh, shit. Lemieux still fighting?
Yep.
Okay.
Then the next step would be like a Daniel Jacobs.
No.
Or, just for the experience.
But if I was Canelo, I'd ask for him right now. I would pull the Mayweather Canelo thing.
After you fight, plan, and unify, you would ask for Berlanga?
Or like as soon as possible. As soon as you can. Like ask for him. Because, well, now that I'm saying that, I wonder if Canelo's thinking like, it's such a high risk, low reward. But if you think this guy could be that good, take him out while he's young. Do the Canelo Mayweather thing.
Yeah, so I think he's 2 fights away from a major fight.
Yeah.
And I do think he can be something big. What I always go back to is the accuracy and the trainer. Andre Rozier is one of the best trainers in boxing. If he puts a stamp on it, I'm going to believe him.
Okay.
And I watched that 10-round fight where Berlanga was really fucking tired at about midway through the fight. And somehow he kept throwing hard and dropped the guy in the 10th round. Mm-hmm. And the guy he was fighting was no easy little pushover. That guy came to win. Mm-hmm. He was a tough opponent. I was really impressed. So I think he can win a belt. Do I think he beats like a Benavidez or Canelo or a Caleb Plant or a Charlo?
No.
Not for what I've seen yet. But I'm not going to put shackles on him just yet. I want to see what he looks like next fight. I do think he has the potential, but he's going to have to prove some stuff. Obviously, get in there with Rosado. I think Rosado is such an easy fight to make. 2 Puerto Ricans. They're both from the east side. Mm-hmm. One's New York, one's Philly. There's that rivalry. It just sells itself to me.
Yep.
Call me crazy, but Rosado is well known. He was in Creed. Put him in that kind of fight.
Yep, he's a different fighter now. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, so I think his ceiling is pretty high. All right, this is going to be controversial.
Bring it on.
Remove any boxer, promoter, or commentator. You can choose one of each.
Oh, okay.
From history.
Easy. Oh, shit. Promoter, of course, Bob Arum. And that's knowing the Don King era. Because Don King, I feel like his karma kind of like he caught his karma early.
Don King did murder 2 people. Maybe we should remove him.
Did he really? Allegedly. I don't know. Is this official?
Time for
it. Did he? Wait, why is he still in jail?
Money.
All right. Well,
we'll have to look it up. Maybe it is allegedly, but
give me 2 then. Don King and Butler. And then
together holding themselves like in the notebooks.
And then analysts or broadcasters. My mind immediately goes to Larry Merchant, but Larry Merchant added so much dialogue for us to have.
I can't do it to Larry. I love Larry.
And the way he was shitted on, the fights he would get into with fighters, and like his fucking slow ass mentality. But if I have to take one out, fuck man, sorry, it'd be Timothy Bradley. Sorry, Tim. Sorry, buddy.
What boxer? Are we doing Timothy Bradley as a boxer too?
Nah, okay. I could stomach him as a boxer.
Okay.
If I had to do a boxer, and if we're going somebody that's at least well known, it would be fuck. Shit.
Hey, you guys asked some hard ass questions.
He came to my mind first. I'm going to say this. It'd be Winky Wright.
Oh, you didn't like Wink?
It's not that I didn't like Wink. I just hated the fucking covering up for 6-7 rounds and then coming to fight.
I don't think we ever talked about Winky Wright. I actually saw him fight in person.
Yeah,
saw his last fight.
It's just this, man. It's so boring, man. It killed the sport of boxing in so many ways because so many fighters were doing that. Even like when, God damn it, Jermaine.
Jermaine Taylor and Emmanuel Stewart cursing about.
Like you got your trainers telling you fucking fight, and like it became an era of fighters just doing this shit, and it was so fucking boring. I'm glad that era is over.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Okay,
so because that came into my head, that's it. Please.
Commentators, I'm going Sergio Mora.
Oh fuck!
I don't hate him, but I do not like the bromance, flirty relationship going on in the booth when I'm trying to watch a fight. It's distracting.
What flirty relationship?
Him and Grisham, like they just go at it where it's like they're almost like flirting with each other.
Oh, you mean like love tap?
No, they're like they just argue in a funny way. Like they think it's
like
funny.
They hate each other. Maybe,
but it's borderline flirty to me, and I'm not saying they're that way or anything, but it just comes across like that, and it's just distracting. I'm trying to watch a fight, and you guys are play fighting in the commentary booth all the time. It's annoying.
I've worked with people I can't stand, so like I know what it's like when somebody's just trying to get along, but when you could like sneak in that little jab, and I feel like that's what they do to each other.
Whatever it is they do, get off the air. I hate that shit. It's annoying. Promoter,
but Sergio shit, not even them beefing, just the shit that he says. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's always making it about him, and I get that he's had some success in his career.
Back when I fought.
But it's like, dude, you're not fucking Manny Pacquiao. You don't have the accolades that most boxers that get behind the commentary might have.
You were on a reality show, bro.
Stop bigging yourself up so much. It's irritating. We get it. You read The Art of War. What do you want, a cookie? Fuck. Stop. So yeah, Sergio got to go. Yeah. I think he could be a good commentator if he just would drop all the nonsense.
I don't agree.
Okay, well, that's perfectly fine.
The promoter?
Promoter got to be Don King. I hate Don King for what he did to Mike Tyson.
Yes, agreed.
Cleaned him out.
Yeah.
He's allegedly, because Manny's trying to protect me, he allegedly killed some people. Yeah. Boxers, Guillermo Rigondeaux. I cannot stand watching him fight.
Shit,
I don't like that style at all.
What's his style to you?
Very boring. A lot of running. Him and Islam Lara are the same boat for me. It's too much running. I hate that shit.
I haven't seen him fight enough to really know, but damn.
There's precision in what he does, but rarely does he engage. He never stands and fights. From what I hear now, because he's older, he can't use his legs as much. His fights are much more entertaining, but his style is so fucking boring. Yeah. It's what I think of when people say Mayweather runs too much. I'm like, have you watched Guillermo Rigondeaux? Mm-hmm. Especially early in his career, he would throw like 4 punches around, run around the ring for the rest of the time. It was really annoying. So
how did you become a boxer? How do people become boxers doing this? Like, were they doing this in the amateurs?
It's an amateur style.
That's fucking boring.
He's an Olympian. I think he won 2 gold medals, maybe 3. Congrats to you. I don't like watching you fight, so you don't exist. Okay. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. All right. One fight from history, what would you like to take out?
That's too hard. There's so many fights. Fucking, the one we just saw yesterday. Who was it? The middle fight?
Oh, Zabeta and...
Yeah, sure. Like, I would easily take... Any fight that looks like that, I would just take it at history. Because it's just so boring, man. It puts me to sleep. And ever since the UFC came to be, and the UFC and boxing has such a good rivalry, even though Dana White is always talking so much shit about boxing, and he just had one today that I just saw. He was talking shit about boxing.
He was mad because they want Dana White to allow George St. Pierre to fight Oscar De La Hoya.
It. And somebody else.
Oh, Jake Paul has been on his nuts about fighting Kamaru Usman.
It may be that. But I'm like, okay, you're over here shitting on boxing, and you're shitting on boxing, and you're shitting on boxing. But, bro, you don't pay your fighters. You don't allow them to promote themselves, whether on their shorts or any whatever, so you could pocket that money. I'm like, it's just dirty, man. You just look like a fool talking shit about boxers when you don't let your fighters do anything, and all your fighters have such a fucking short lifespan. Boxers can at least fight for a minute. It seems like it. Yeah. UFC fighters, man, I feel like they're on top for a minute and then gone.
And what I was arguing with my friend is like, Conor McGregor is well known to have made the most in a UFC fight. Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, the UFC does not allow them to have sponsors. You can't have sponsors on your trunks. Right. You can't do the back tattoos that everybody was doing for a while. Remember GoldenPalace.com?
Studio.
Can't do that. What's the figure that you think is the highest amount of UFC fighters made in a fight purse?
I kind of know, and I think it's like $5 million.
It's $10 million.
Okay.
But that is fucking ridiculous. When we're watching boxers make $100 million for a fight, they fight in the same venues.
Yep.
Their expenses are similar.
Yep.
They may not be identical, but people are trying to say, oh, well, it takes more to run the UFC than that. And blah, blah.
How?
They charge the same for the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Their ticket prices are more than boxing, which means they're bringing in more money.
Yep.
So Dana White, fuck yourself.
So
you're not a boxing
really
promoter,
dead?
so I didn't eliminate you, but I would if I could.
What sport is really dead then? Come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did you say?
I chose Don King. We moved on to erase one fight from boxing history. My fight would be, and I love Tyson Fury, but the Tyson Fury Vladimir Klitschko was probably the worst fight I've ever seen.
I didn't see that.
Oh, that fight sucked.
Why?
Because it was 2 jabs and then it was a lot of clinching.
Gotcha.
For 12 fucking rounds.
Oh, Fury and Klitschko. Okay, yes.
Yes. No, not Joshua Klitschko. That fight was a banger.
Yeah.
Fury versus Klitschko was the worst fight. I literally got so mad, I threw my drink across the room because the buildup was so epic. Do you remember that story Tyson Fury told? It was a great story. I'll tell it real quick. So Tyson Fury was coming up in the boxing ranks. He knew ultimately he was going to have to fight Vladimir Klitschko. So they're working out at the same gym. Tyson Fury is in the sauna. And Vladimir Klitschko comes in. And in order for him, in his mind, he said to get a mental edge, he was not going to let Vladimir Klitschko sit in that sauna longer than him. And so he sat there and stared at him until Vladimir Klitschko got up and left. And he said he knew in his mind that day that he could beat him because he mentally broke him.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Sounds like psycho talk, but it was interesting to think that somebody actually thinks that way.
Right.
And it lets you into the mind of Tyson Fury that he was that determined. And he said they sat in there a long ass time.
Oh, that's awkward as fuck because they're big ass dudes.
It is dangerous too. So Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko, you have that story building up to the fight, and then they actually fight and they just hug each other for 12 rounds. It was the worst.
Whack. Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to
back there, Vale.
Shout out to City Boy Dreamer for this because we posed the question in our story: who would win, a prime Canelo or a prime Mayweather? Well, he brought up a very good point. The best version of Canelo we've seen is probably this version. Yeah. So they theoretically wouldn't fight because Mayweather at his best was probably 135. Mayweather to me, Canelo 168. Great point. He said, "What about Canelo Ward? Who would win that fight and why?"
So it's funny. I got a little story about this.
Do it.
I was driving and I sent Will that voice note. I'm like, hey, who would win in a fight between Ward and Canelo in their prime? So then he said that somebody asked it, which was dope. Me a year ago would have easily said Ward, like no contest. After seeing what Canelo's been doing his last 2 fights, and then especially the last one that he had, I don't know.
Me either.
And that's the biggest compliment I could give to Canelo because Andre Ward is probably my second favorite fighter behind Mayweather. But I don't know because I made this comparison to Will. So when Ward was fighting Kovalev and they had those 2 fights, Ward wasn't dominating. He wasn't dominating. I was scared for him at times. I knew he'd pull it out, but I was a little worried about him. Second fight, he came back and dominated. That was great. Kovalov then went off to get knocked out like twice, right?
Yeah.
Got his ass whooped, then like beat the dude that beat him, I think, and then, got destroyed by Canelo. So he was an older fighter, so it's hard to say, well, Canelo did this to him and Ward did this to him. But Canelo's movement now, the way he attacks, I don't know. I feel like Ward would have a great game plan. It would have been such a fucking epic fight, man.
Yeah.
It would have been the fight of fights.
So I did that too, and I thought about it, but I was like, okay, I gotta take the Kovalev fights out because that was at light heavyweight. That's not Ward's best weight. Plus, Kovalev is a freak of nature. He was really long, pause. But so you can't really take that into consideration because Canelo's a lot shorter with shorter arms. Yeah. And the way that Ward got dropped against Kovalev was because of a long straight right. I don't think that same punch can land if you're Canelo. So I go back to who was his toughest fight at 168, and it was definitely Carl Froch. And then I'm like, can Canelo do a reasonable version of that? Or obviously it'd have to be a better version of that to make it a fight? And my answer is yes. So I don't freaking know either. Like,
it's a tough fight. It's a good fucking question.
Because Andre Ward, although people had this idea that he was great on the outside, where I really think Andre Ward shined was on the inside. And that's kind of where Canelo shines too. Does Canelo have the power to hurt Andre Ward on the inside? I think so.
Yeah.
But can he land that shot to hurt Andre Ward on the inside? Or are Andre Ward's hands too fast for Canelo to get that off? That's the question that you have to answer to me to pick a winner. And I think I lean Ward just a little bit because of the speed factor. He's just
Same.
got faster feet and faster hands. And I think speed always kills in any sport pretty much. So I would lean towards Ward, but god damn it, I'm not confident.
It fucked me up, dude, because I was like, oh, Ward, wait, hold up. Oh, shit.
Hold up.
Yeah. And then I think about Ward's ability to, like, catch punches and then shoot, which I think would suit him well to fight Canelo. But, and again, like you said, his foot speed, I think, would be the key. But Ward doesn't, at least what I've seen, he didn't really, like, move around a lot. He liked to, like, stand and trade. He liked to, like, take the will of somebody, which was great. Can he break Canelo's will? I don't know. After seeing Triple G and Canelo, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think his will is made of Teflon, fucking made of vibranium.
Yeah.
I don't know if it can be broken.
So, I don't know. I'm going to lean towards Ward, but it's, like, a fucking millimeter.
Yeah. Great question, by the way. Thank you, City Boy. For a novice fan that's never watched boxing, so put your mind in that place.
Okay.
What fight would you recommend they watch to start?
I mean, Hagler Hearns, of course. Mayweather, Gotti. Oh shit, I gotta pick one.
Slow down, boy. Slow down there, whippersnapper. I said one, nigga.
Okay, if I had to pick one, it'd be Hagler Hearns.
Okay. I like that, and that's where my mind went too. I was like, slugfest, because then he would make him a fan. But then I thought about it, and I was like, but I want to show them the full spectrum of boxing, and what fight would I recommend to show them, like, some boxing, some slugging?
Wait. We're going to take Hagler Hearns out of the picture then. Okay. I'll answer after you. Go ahead.
My fight would be Mosley versus De La Hoya 1.
Ooh, good one.
Because that had boxing, that had slugging, that had all the different ingredients that I encompass when I think about boxing. It had Mosley doing beautiful beautiful pull counters and countering De La Hoya. It had De La Hoya's stiff-ass jab, that clean left hook. It had Mosley with his lead right landing. Yep. It just was great back-and-forth action, good two-way action. So I feel like if you watch that fight and you're not a fan of the sport, you're just not going to like it.
Yeah.
So that would be the fight I would pick.
Okay. So mine's going to be Diego Chico Corrales versus Castillo.
Okay.
They only fought the one time, right?
They fought twice.
But the one.
Yeah.
The first one, man. So much back and forth. The drama at the end, I don't want to give anything away in case you haven't seen it, but please go watch that fight and watch it all the way through. Do not give up on this fight. So much back and forth, and then the drama at the end, the little kind of cheating with the mouthpiece. Yeah. But anyway.
But there's how the fucking Diego get every fucking side off him.
Yep. That'd be my fight to watch.
It's a good call. That's a good call.
Okay.
All right, I think that's all the questions. So now.
Thank you, guys.
The last thing we're going to talk about this weekend, it's finally here. Ooh. Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. I don't want to speak too much about it. I'm very excited. Who do you got?
I got Devin, but with the caveat, Jorge is live, man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Jorge. It's make or break.
Always.
Jorge has a chin made of balsa wood. Yep. So if he gets hit clean, he's probably going to get knocked out. Seen it happen to him many a times. But Jorge is the only one that I think of, like, the veteran guys, not the top tier guys, that can give us a look into what happens when Devin runs into somebody with speed and power.
Yes.
So I'm excited for that because I want to see what that looks like. Jorge Linares' hands are too fast. His feet are too quick for Devin to be in his comfort zone like he was against Gamboa, where he was just kind of choosing when he was going to be active and when he was going to be inactive. Yeah. You don't have that luxury against Jorge Linares, so that's what I want to see.
Haney, man, this is gonna. I'm picking Haney, of course, but I love Linares. And Haney, we said this before, and we multiple times on this show. This is gonna be like your true test, and it's gonna show where your trajectory and your career is gonna go from here, man. Because you have to fight. You gotta start fighting, dude. I want to see your ceiling go way higher than what it is right now, but you gotta start fighting, bro. People need to see what you're about. They need to see that you're more than just a sparring, like really cool sparring videos on YouTube and Instagram. So, like, please bring this fight to him. I don't know who his new trainer is.
It's still his dad. He just said his dad is going to be his trainer, but helping them is going to be Josh Taylor's trainer. Ben Davidson is in the camp with him.
All right, good.
So,
if that's the case, then I hope he's telling you to put more weight on the gas and, like, really go for it. But I'm excited about this one, man. Where are they fighting on? Do you know?
It's on DAZN.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be purchasing it. Crush dreams like that. Oh man. Puff pass. Yeah, so it's a great fight. I hope you guys tune in. I'll be posting about it all week.
Yes.
As a little reminder. But thanks again for the support.
Hey.
Please, 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 if you can, head on over to either Apple or wherever you consume fine audio. Leave us a review. I'm not going to say leave us 5 stars, because if you don't fuck with it, don't leave us 5 stars. We don't care. See if I care. But write a review if you can as well. Yeah. 2 minutes makes a big difference. We love to read them. In this day and age, it's really great to see that people are liking the podcast and enjoying what we do. And if you got some things you want to see or some constructive criticism, I'm all for it. I got thick skin. I can handle it.
Tell it.
Tell it on the mountain.
You said it all, bro. We'll be back next week after the Devin Haney and Linares fight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, we are at Put 'em Up Deux.
PUTEMUPDEUX.
On the H Dickey Network at HDIKY, number 1 at the end of it. Have you revealed the new the logo for HDIKY? You building it up?
Little teaser.
Okay.
Just a little foreplay. Little foreplay, guys.
Just know that I saw it the other day and I was like, ooh. Okay. Very professional, very clean. I'm very excited about it.
And another little teaser, we're working on some merch.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys got ideas for merch, shoot me an invite. God, man, what is me?
Fucking idiot.
What is me? What is me in this English?
Stupid.
This strange English. I'm used to my Swahili. Gotta turn off the Swahili, go to English, Will.
We love y'all. At the end of this, as always, as they say in Canada, peace out.
Good punching out there.
God damn, man. You're such an embarrassment. Fucking piece of shit.